Hey guys, Larry here, and today I want to talk about 5 characters I want to see buffed. The characters I'm about to mention are ones I feel lack something that make them at least a high tier. I'm going to give a couple of things I feel would make them a stronger character without them being overpowered. This is my opinion and could always change with how the meta progresses and patch updates. With that being said, let's get started. Probably the best character on this list currently. I feel like Mewtwo has great tools already, but just very bad weaknesses. His tail being a hurt box makes running away in certain spots not possible, and is one of the top 10 lightest characters in the game, which is not good when you're as big as Mewtwo. My only suggestions are to make the hurt box on his tail slightly smaller and make him a bit heavier. He's a really strong character that is just being held back with 2 huge flaws. Pit and Dark Pit are characters that don't really have anything bad, but their problem is everything is just decent. In a game where everyone has some sort of ridiculous strength, being all around decent is incredibly bad. That's because you'll never be able to exploit a flaw as well as your opponent can do to you. The pits need to have better damage output and kill power, and all their moves are to have one thing that can allow them to get kills earlier. Hopefully they get some sort of improvement soon, because I think they'd be one of the most fun characters to watch. I forget all the time that Corrin is in the game, and it's a real shame because they have one of the more unique playstyles out of the Fire Emblem characters. A lot of the issues Corrin has could be easily solved by making them slightly faster. It seems very odd to me that they were slow in the first place. On top of that, I think they should make the hits of their up B connect more consistently, since it seems pretty easy for the opponent to fall out of it, and it's one of the moves they can use to kill. Also, make Dragon Fang Shot have slightly more hit stun, so it's easier to combo into at higher percents. Dr. Mario is one of those characters that once he gets in, he does a crazy amount of damage and kills pretty early, but the problem is he usually doesn't get in. Being one of the overall slowest characters in the game with low range attacks is a terrible combination on top of having a bad recovery. Doc is kind of in a weird spot for me because he's one of the characters that can easily be broken if buffed in the wrong way because of his incredible strengths. I would say the safest way to make him better without being overpowered would be to give him a slightly improved recovery. I think allowing him to go the same distance with his up B as regular Mario would help him a lot, but wouldn't be anything too crazy. Kinki is one of those characters that sound like they should be insanely overpowered when you explain all the tools he has, but then you see the character in action and become incredibly underwhelmed. Currently, he's debatably the worst character in the game, and to me that's a shame because he seems like he'd be such a fun character to watch at top level play. One of his biggest issues in my opinion is his belly armor. It sounds nice and can work well to armor through some attacks, but there reaches a point where you have to be afraid of throwing out certain moves because you run the risk of getting stunned from your armor being broken. His 2 zoning tools can be easily jumped over and can lead to being punished. He can also lose use to one of them, his crown, and have it be used against him. I think K. Rool should not have his belly armor broken, or at the very least make it significantly harder for it to happen. Also, allow him to angle his crown throw like Link's boomerang and have it always come back to him. Do you agree with my list? Let me know in the comments below and tell me the characters you would want to see buffed. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.